Good afternoon, adventurers. Beagle here, out for another hike. Today we are at the Henry's Fork trailhead on the north slope of the High Uintas. On a very rainy, stormy afternoon. Getting ready to sign in here, but we're going to be going up that 3.5 miles tonight to some dispersed camping. Spend the night here and continue up to Kings Peak in the morning if we feel like it, if the weather's good enough. The weather forecast has really kind of turned to shit, so we'll check in with you later. Alright, about a half mile in. We're looking up towards the peaks there.
All doing is video thing.
It's not Kings Peak, I don't think, but it could be. It is up that way. Here's the Henry's Fork coming down here. Yeah, forecast for the next 3 days, unfortunately, is not too optimistic. Rain and thunderstorms pretty much every day, all times of the day. But hey, if tomorrow morning, Jeff's not having any fun, we'll turn around and go back, because can't really do Kings Peak in the thunderstorms anyway. Hopefully we can get up to Painter's Basin at least, and kind of hang out up there on night 2. It's a beautiful area up there. And although it's a little cooler with the clouds and rain, it's a little slower going with the slippery rocks and mud and all that. But hey, you know what? I'll take it. At least I'm not getting heat exhaustion out here. Alright, so this is the Henry's Fork Creek, actually probably river right now. Definitely a river. It's gorgeous or what? So we're going to continue on to till we find some camping for tonight. Dispersed camping areas anyways. About that one. Yeah, baby. White water. It is a beautiful creek, all things considered. That's what I'm talking about. Blue sky, baby. There's blue sky. All you, Gary. All you. Woohoo! Woohoo! Okay, we're at the intersection here with it's like Horse Ford to the left, Westport Beaver Creek to the left, and Dollar Lake to the right. And we are going to the right. Probably a mile and a half or so to the lake. Make a decision of what we're going to do at that point. There's a couple lakes up here apparently. So the clouds did finally open up. Got some pretty blue sky. Meadows and fields of willows. So Henry's Fork running strong down below here. And first view of Kings Peak up there. Yep, that's it. Beautiful mountain. A lot of snow still. A lot of snow. Hopefully not on our side where we climb up. All right, Gary, you made it. Up to the plateau, Dollar Lake. All right, so we broke out onto the plateau here. Dollar Lake is up ahead, and we are surrounded by beauty. Incredible up here. We've got a church youth group tagging along with us. You can hit these ones over here.
Yeah,
They might be less wet.
I'm going this.
Oh, right here. This is good right here too. And then cross that way. That looks good actually. All right, everybody. I think we found our home sweet home for the night. Initially, got a campsite right in here for a tenting of 3 that we found. But then we walked a little farther. Found this little grove down here. A little more spread out room. So we're going to take it. There's some deadfall there, but nothing that's in danger of falling right now, I believe. So we're going to be okay. So we're gonna get camp set up, get some dinner going, and I'll check in with you in a little while once we get all that and get into some dry clothes. Been nothing but rain and mud today, but it's an adventure. All right, everybody, we are bedded down in our tents finally. It is well past dark. It's about 10:30 here. We're in a beautiful basin looking up at Kings Peak, and we're kind of like just below the Gunsight Pass entrance. So as you saw earlier in the video, weather wasn't really cooperating too much, and supposedly tonight and tomorrow it's going to be the same way. There's going to be a small break in the weather and if it goes long enough and hits at the right time in the morning, we may be able to go up the pass and try for Kings Peak. If it's raining in the morning, or if the weather forecast changes, which I'm getting through the Garmin, then we're just gonna pack up and head back down to the car, because no use even trying for Kings Peak in a storm. So either way, we're good. We're pretty wet tonight with all the wet grass and everything. Our shoes are just totally soaked with soaked through. But it was an adventure. Cleared up near the end for us, real pretty blue skies, so that was worth it. So anyway, keep your fingers crossed for us. We'll be able to go up the pass and check out Kings Peak, get Gary up there for a change. Jeff and I have already done it in the past. Gary's new to this, so hopefully we can get him at least to see something. So I'm gonna bed down here and go to sleep because I'm tired. Thanks for checking in and watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you like it, and consider subscribing if you have not already. All right, guys, we'll see you in the morning.
Calf. Yeah, the calf.
Moose and calf right down there.
An elk, a moose, and here in coyotes.
Well, good morning, everybody. Got a little late start on the filming this morning because we left well before light. You wouldn't be able to see anything anyway, so we're about an hour into it. We just came up the valley here, and we're getting ready to do this. This is Gunsight Pass. It sits just off to the side of Anderson Pass and Kings Peak. Our goal today is Kings Peak. We'll have to see how that works out. But yeah, another exciting adventure. We are slack packing it right now. We left all our stuff back at our campsite in our tents, other than what we absolutely needed to make the climb today. Water, snacks, rain gear, etc. So yes, pretty daunting view there.
Yeah, that's why I like bowls, because I always touch my hands.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
A little foggy up ahead. Blown in.
Kind of an eerie little feeling, switch backing up into the clouds.
Yeah.
We can see the saddle marker right up there, Gunsight Pass. Got another quarter mile.
It's foggy.
Oh man, I didn't realize we had to go down.
Yeah, I do.
All right, Gunsight Pass. Here's the cairn marker. Woohoo! As you can see, we're socked in right now. Not a lot of views right now. Man, just look at this view. Low cloud ceiling. Wow. Sun's starting to break across the valley. Painter Basin. It is beautiful.
Yeah, Paul. They were the closer one. It skirted right along the edge. That one that I showed you, the one along the snow.
Right.
Right there, as it is, we're coming up on here.
Okay, so we got past that snow chute up there on that little spur. It was halfway point to, you know, as far as time goes on the weather moving in today, estimated anyways. So I tried to push for everybody to turn around, and you know, I say we weren't going to make Anderson Pass or Kings Peak, but they wanted to push on, so I went ahead and turned around. I'm going back up Gunsight Pass, and I'm going to wait for them down there somewhere, or maybe even make it back to camp. But yeah, with the weather moving in, it wasn't really a good choice, but they're going to do what they're going to do. Hopefully the weather holds. You know, I hope it doesn't move in. But they're estimating around 11 o'clock. We left at 5:30, so 3.5 hours. That's about as much, you know, the halfway point where we need to turn around to get back before any real weather starts. Technically, as long as we're over Gunsight Pass, that's the important part, because we don't want to be up there in the lightning storm. Coming down into the drainage back to camp is not a big deal. But yeah, it's been 3 years since I've been here in this valley right here, and I've forgotten how beautiful it looks. So you can see Kings Peak right there. Anderson Pass is over that ridge line there. You can't really see it, but you got to climb up the side of that mountain along the spine. There's about 10 false summits all the way up, and you think you're at the top, and you got a little plateau, and it goes up even more. You got to climb up onto that little, there's like a little pedestal up there where they got the sign, and yeah, everybody stands for the photo ops. I'm doubtful that they're going to make it up there, but I've got my fingers crossed for them if, you know, if they're trying for it. So out here on the High Line and the Uintas, a lot of times, you know, the trail is pretty cut and dry. I mean, you can see it's pretty pounded down, but that's not always the case. And the way you navigate out here is you look for the rock cairns. They're usually several feet high. Sometimes they're only a couple stones. Even though you kind of lose it in the grass, you know which general direction you're hiking, and you just kind of walk that way and you'll find the trail again. There are places I found by doing the whole trail that either rock cairns are non-existent or they've been knocked over. And I did have to rely on maps and electronic devices to try and find the trail again, but I knew which general direction I was going, you know, like into a little path, so I just kept walking that way. Eventually find them. Not a big deal. Cool little rock outcrop in there. They look like they can fall at any time. Pretty cool. Check out this big old snowshoe still stuck here. That may not even melt out this year. Still a lot of it there. Here's the trail I just came up, Gunsight Pass. There. And switchbacks behind the cliff there. And then goes out about halfway through that valley and turns right and goes up towards Anderson Pass. And right on time, here's the storms building. Just like I told them. Yeah. I'm sure they'll be all right, but I told them I'd wait for them on the other side of the pass here in case the storms do blow up. You know, I'm on the other side of them. Yeah, so this morning, this entire canyon here was filled with clouds, so you couldn't really see the peaks. I'll show them to you now. Pretty cool. There's the pass up there. Just the sheer scale of these just amaze me. And I like coming out to trails like this because it really reminds you of how small we all are in the grand scheme of nature. We're minuscule. You know, I'm here for 100 years. These things will probably be here for another 100 million. Think about it. I've got a little bird here faking an injury. I'm sure he's trying to lead me from the nest. Cute. I'll move on here so she can get back to the nest. Okay, back to the intersection with Henry's Fork Lake, which is off that way. And I just came from the Gunsight Pass up there. And get back to camp and see if the other two are back yet. Got a good view of Dollar Lake from up here, down here, and we're camped right to the left of it, almost right on trail. Yeah, this morning we were going up here and we heard coyotes off in the distance, a lot of them. Next thing you know, moose, cow, and calf came running down the valley and up this way. I don't know where they went, but definitely got moose up here. That's pretty cool. Rock formation. I didn't see it this morning because it was dark. And as you can hear, maybe you can't, the thunder and lightning have started. Okay, that was not Dollar Lake. That's one of the other smaller alpine lakes up here. Okay, so communicated with Gary and Jeff through his girlfriend. They did make it to Kings Peak and they are on the way back, but I'm in my tent trying to warm up because everything I was in was wet, you know, just from my return. And I came back a lot earlier than they did, so I'm sure they're hurting right now and they're going to be cold and wet. Man, I can't believe they did that. These storms out here it's so easy to get hypothermic because like this last one that came through, 100% hail. It was just a downpour of hail. And the stuff just cools the air. Your hands, your fingers, you know, none of them have any gloves with them today. And they'd had basic rain jackets and rain pants, so. But anyways, I'm here just warming up myself. Need to get some temperature back. All right, check in later. Good evening, everybody. Right now, it's a nice, peaceful period here in the Uintas. Finally, Jeff and Gary made it back. I ran up the trail a couple times, about a mile or so, you know, looking for them, see if they needed anything when they got back. But they eventually did make it. They were hurting, soaking wet, cold. Gary and I are cooking some hot meals right now. Jeff's in his tent in a sleeping bag. He hasn't come out since he got back. He's pretty cold right now. So definitely could have been a hypothermia situation if it had gone on any longer. So I'm glad they made it back. That's the reason I turned around, because I knew what was coming, and so did they. But lesson learned for them, hopefully. They did bag the peak, Kings Peak. I certainly hope it was worth it for them. So I had a message from Steve, Paxlot. Guess we got some more weather moving in here in an hour or two. So I don't know what that's going to bring. More than likely rain and hail and all that stuff. Weather this afternoon was pretty severe, so I don't know if this is going to be worse or just another one of those rounds of storms. So yeah, just sitting here cooking my meal. Got some beef stroganoff cooking up here. Should be done here in about 5-10 minutes. Looking forward to it. But yeah, all in all, this adventure's been interesting. Very wet. Started off wet. Cold. But that's the Uintas for you. You got 4 seasons every day. So getting ready to eat here, so I'll check in with you before bedtime. All right, everybody. We are all bedded down in our tents, in our bags, warming up. Had a good dinner. Rain is just now starting to move in, so it looks like we will get something here overnight. But anyways, thanks for following along today. I'm going to call it. So appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you in the morning.
$6:57.
3 minutes. 3 minutes of counting. All right, guys, we're all packed up. Getting ready to head down the trailhead. 9 miles this morning to Henry's Fort Trailhead. What you guys think about this weekend?
Wet.
Cold.
Wet and cold. Two things I hate.
But amazing mountains.
But a great trip.
Yeah, it was. It always, stuff like this makes the adventure. So, not a bad weekend, or not a bad couple days. It's not the weekend. It's the middle of the week. All right, we're gonna head down the trail. All right, guys, my turn here. Came across it once safely. Let's see if I can do it again. Oh, nice. Check that out, guys. Nice. Beautiful rainbow up there, guys. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
We have bells on them so they can find them. Chocolate fudge swirl. Maybe have some of that. Carry it back down to the trailhead. Wow, look at this. This is just beautiful. All right, back to the boundary sign for the High Uintas Wilderness. Means we're just about there. All right, folks, that's a wrap for this trip. 2 nights in the Uintas up towards Anderson Peak. This is the Hayden's Fork trailhead. Very easy hike to get up into the mountains. The grade on the trail is not that bad, so if you're looking for a nice one, this is a good one to do. So yeah, had a great time. A lot of stuff happened on this trip, but appreciate everybody following along. And don't forget, if you like the content, hit the thumbs up down below, give us a like, and if you want to become a subscriber, hit the subscribe button down below and you'll get the feed of all of my new videos as they come out. So again, thank you everybody. See you on the next one.